Psych Ups with Brian, you are here. So today we're going to talk about getting on the phone because that's really what it's all about, and getting on the phone 20 times a week. But how do you get on the phone the right way? You get on the phone with confidence. How do you get on the phone with confidence? Okay. Use affirmations, and we love affirmations. You know, we always do affirmations here. So we always do, one affirmation that kind of relates to whatever topic we're talking about. So, but I want you to think of some affirmations to get you into a role. What's the role you want to be on the call? Okay, you want to be a master caller. You want to be an excellent closer. You want to be a real estate winner. Okay, you want to be a helpful investor. You're actually helping out people. You're helping your sellers and buyers. So there's a lot of roles that you play on the phone. I play good shepherd on the phone because people don't understand real estate, and I'm kind of shepherding them through the sales process, and it can be a difficult and emotionally challenging process. So good shepherd is one of the roles I play. But to get into the right role, I am a deal maker. That's a good affirmation. I want you to think of 2 or 3 affirmations that you can use right before you get on the phone that really resonate with you. Okay. Now I am a master caller because I like the idea of mastering a skill, of getting really good at something where you master it. I wish I could say I'm a master pickleball player. That's a hard skill to master. There's a lot of skills there. But what are you a master at in your life? Well, you're becoming a master caller. Okay. And every call you approach, you could be a master caller. You could deliver at a very high level on each call. So I want you to use affirmations. And there's 2 things that will get you into the right role at any moment. And that is a trigger affirmation and a trigger gesture. Okay. So which first you got to think, okay, what roles do I want to play in life? Okay. I definitely want to be a master closer. I want to be a real estate winner. So how do I snap into that role? I don't have to play that role all the time. When I'm having dinner with my family, do I want to be real estate winner? No, I want to be loving mom or loving dad or fun parent or whatever, or sibling, whatever you are in the family. So, but you want to be engaged and joyful and present and all those things when you're in relationships, when you're talking to people and just having fun. But in your work, you want to be motivated. That's a good one. What you do is you pick really good adjectives and then you pick the role you're playing. So what role are you playing in real estate? Well, you're playing a closer. You got to be a closer. If you're not a closer, you're not going to close deals. So yeah, you got to close deals. Oh, I forgot my right camera. No wonder I look so dim today. I didn't put my right camera on today. Sorry about that. So that's why I'm not so dark. Okay, so guys, but I want you, it's funny, I actually had more time today and I goofed up and I didn't put my right camera on. But I want you guys to be focused on getting mentally prepared for your calls. And the 2 things that you do are trigger affirmations. Trigger affirmations always work if you use the right positive, productive ones. But also I want you to use trigger gestures. Okay, trigger gestures is another thing. Okay, hang on. So I want you to use trigger gestures as part of, I don't even know if I can switch at this point. I just was wondering if I could switch to my good camera. But when you guys use trigger gestures, what are some examples of those? Well, obviously putting your arms, what do I always do? I go like this. I put my arms above my head. Yay. So that is one of mine. And in fact, when I'm a baseball fan, I do that all the time. When I'm a happy baseball fan, I like my team, the Diamondbacks. I like to watch them. And we just did really well and swept the Cardinals. There, doesn't that look nicer? Wow, does that ever look nicer? Okay, yeah, we got to definitely use that good camera. See the difference, guys? Now, what you just saw the difference on that? Is it worth it for you to get a new camera? I think we spent about $150 on this one. It's called an Avaya, A-V-A-Y-A, and it plugs into one of the slots there. Now, you saw the difference of the camera before and the camera now. So obviously, a good camera makes a big difference. Okay, so what are some trigger gestures? Okay, well, yay, holding your arms up above your head. I like to do like a double snap, like boom, like that. Anything that gets you motivated, even just, standing up. You can do very unique trigger gestures like tugging on your earlobe. Carol Burnett used to do that. Anything that triggers that role for you. And you can program it in. So every time you do that gesture, you go into that role. You start playing that role. Okay. And every time you do that gesture, you have to go into that role or else the gesture is not going to work as much. Okay. So say your trigger gesture, even if you're just saying the role, I am a real estate winner. I am a master caller. That's a good affirmation. Just saying the role you want to be in, that gets you into it as well. So think about your trigger affirmations and then realize that even without thinking about it, you're using trigger gestures and trigger affirmations all day, aren't you? Without even thinking about it. What are some of the gestures? What if you're kind of feeling sad? You put a sad look on your face. Smiling is like the best trigger gesture. Put a big smile on your face, and it's hard to stay sad. Get a big smile on your face. That's part of a lot of my trigger gestures is smile and pump my fist or whatever like that. So putting a smile is a great trigger gesture. Use that with your trigger affirmation and it's more powerful. If you just usually when you say the affirmation, you kind of automatically do some kind of a gesture if you're enthusiastically saying it. So that's what I want you to do. Really think about your trigger gestures and write them down today. What is your best name? Pick 2 trigger gestures and 2 trigger affirmations that you can use to get into the right real estate mindset in a second, in an instant. That's the beautiful part about affirmations and trigger gestures is they work. They definitely get you in the right mode and they definitely work instantly. You cannot put your arms above your head and say, I am a winner. I am a real estate winner with a big smile and still feel all mopey. So yes, these things really do work. So yes, Monday, happy Monday, Jennifer. And Jennifer, 2 Jennifers, Jennifer Figueroa and Jen, I'm not even going to try to say your last name. Good morning, Serene Night Skylines here today. And Charles, of course, is here. Think of 2 or 3 affirmations, yes, and use them regularly. The more you use them, the more ingrained they get and the more powerful they get. So I am a master caller. I'm a real estate winner. I'm a master closer. All those are great affirmations. Thank you, Jennifer. The more you affirm it, that will become your reality. That's correct. The more you say it, the more that you build that as a reality. I ain't no wimp. I ain't a poser. Look at me, Mom. I'm a master closer. Okay. There we go. Now you could put that go to one of your AI music sites and put those in as lyrics and you'll have a really cool song. In a minute, put it to a reggae beat or a rap beat. I ain't no wimp. I ain't no poser. Look at me, Mom. I'm a master closer. I love it. Awesome. Send in testimonials and leads. You can win a system like you guys did. Yes, we've still got our summer contest going. So yes, we're still doing that. Superman or superhero pose. Yes. Superman. Da, 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 da. Yes, you're super close. Linda. Real estate winner, yes. Great to see you, Linda. I haven't seen you in a little bit. And Jennifer, yes, 2 trigger gestures. Guys, just think of a couple. You don't have to have. Now, eventually, would I like you to have to know lots of your different roles that you play? Yes, if you want to start thinking about that, start thinking about the different roles you play during the day. And remember, put a good adjective together with whatever role. Now, some of you guys are moms and dads. So what kind of mom and dad are you playing most of the time? Are you impatient? Are you loving and giving? And you can't always be perfect. Okay, mom and dad, that's a tricky one because you're never always going to be perfect. But you can always have those roles in your mind, loving, patient. Now, if you have a challenge with patience, think of yourself as patient mom or patient dad. And, think of a trigger gesture. What could help you think that way? Maybe putting your hands, seriously, sometimes just a pose like this, putting your hands together or something, but try to think of a gesture that ties in, that makes you sort of think of that role, that sort of, that correlates with the role, let's say it that way. Okay, so, but think of a couple and I'm telling you, if you start using these trigger gestures with trigger affirmations, they're really powerful. And even if you're feeling not so powerful, they'll switch you into a really strong role very, very quickly. Okay. So let's use our trigger. Okay. I love affirmations. I love affirmations. You're saying an affirmation about how you love affirmations. Okay. 3 times on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I love affirmations. I love affirmations. I love affirmations. Yes. All right. Yes. Come here, Willow. You love affirmations. See, she's tall. Yeah, she's a good girl. You love affirmations too? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You guys get to see Willow. Okay, so guys, 3 deep breaths. Nice deep breath in. Always put a smile on your face. This could be a trigger gesture too, doing deep breathing. If you want to think, healthy me. I'm a healthy, let's see, healthy exerciser. Healthy fitness, healthy fit. The trick is thinking of the role you're in. So exerciser, you know, one more. Smile and let it go. Deep breather. Okay, we're all healthy deep breathers. Okay. All right, guys, let's have a great week. Let's make 20 calls this week. Remember, that's where the rubber meets the road. Make the 20 calls. Let me know if you made 20 calls this week, starting on Monday, and talk to 20 people, because that is really the core of your business. Is if you're getting on the phone with 20 people, you're making progress and you're doing good things. So, guys, I will see you on Friday. Until then, have a great week. Keep expecting success, getting awesome training from the Wolf Couple, and taking action.